I'm Dr. Mhairi Morris and I'm a senior lecturer here in Biomedical Science at Montfort University. I teach mainly cancer biology, but my main research interests are around how a particular class of viruses can cause cancer. Yes, so I work on a virus-associated cancer. Epstein-Barr virus, or EBV, is the virus that we all know is causing glandular fever, and in a small proportion of individuals it can also cause cancer. So I specifically work on the oncogene, or cancer-causing gene, that is encoded by the virus and how it alters cells in the lab. Well, I did my undergraduate degree at the University of Glasgow, and I had two really excellent lecturers there who got me inspired to do cancer biology. So I then found a PhD project at the University of Birmingham, which I pursued, and that was centering around this oncogene and its role in a particular cancer. And I just loved it so much that I'm still working on it. I'm really interested in how this cancer-causing gene that's encoded by the virus can make cells more migratory, so they move faster, and it does this by creating more of a particular type of protein that it lays down in front of it, a bit like train tracks for its travel, and enhances its ability to move. Well, the hope is that one day we'll find some new drug therapy we can identify and can target to treat patients who have this cancer, but also with about 15% of all cancers being associated with a virus infection, lessons that you learn in one virus-associated cancer can be applied to another, and so hopefully this can lead to new advances in the field. Well, I've got a really talented PhD student working for me at the moment. Her name's Alexandra, and she's been working on a project whereby we're looking at how this oncogene can recruit and transform another cell type to the environment, which could help promote tumour growth. It's quite exciting and new.
My name's Alexandra Davis. I graduated last year from Biomedical Science degree, and I'm now taking a PhD with Dr. Morris in viruses, inflammation and cancer. So far I've been growing cells that express the oncogene LMP1, growing them in little plastic incubators, feeding them with media, and then I take the media produced by these cells and I transfer that and put it onto different cell lines to see if that affects the cells in any way. So the proteins that the cells produce, see if that causes any change in the different cell lines. I then feed those, grow them up a little bit, and then I stain for different markers, different proteins that tell me whether the cells have transformed or changed in any way.
I've got two other areas that I'm interested in. The first is the link that the same virus, the Epstein-Barr virus, has with multiple sclerosis patients. So it's quite unique in that something like 99.9% of MS patients are also EBV positive, and there is some controversy around that field, but I've got my own theory as to why this virus can actually promote the onset and advance of MS. So I'm quite interested in finding out more about that. And the other area of interest I've got a collaboration with an academic in art and design and humanities, Lionel Dean, and we are looking at modelling tumours in 3D and then 3D printing them. So it's like a personalised, this is your tumour, to help teenage cancer patients with coming to terms with their diagnosis, educating them with how big it is, where it's spread to, how important it is to continue with their treatments and to have surgery to cut it out, but also it helps them to explain it to their family or friends, and helps them to come to terms with their diagnosis.